guys. Victor Bell, creator of Horse Strength Camp, Champion Development Academy, and Unstoppable Champion Training Camp. I wanted to connect with you guys today because I was talking to one of the guys that just came into the syndicate, and he was saying that there was something that I said to him that stood out. So I thought that maybe I can elaborate on it for you guys on video. And what that was I talked to a lot of people, and at some point I used to coach some real estate investors. Some of them were doctors, some of them were attorneys, some of them were in the real estate business already, and this was dealing with commercial real estate. So some of them had already paid a pretty substantial investment to be in this coaching program. And I had about 40 students or so, 40, 50 students who had paid an asinine amount of money to get into this program. Yet, few had enough, or felt like at first they had enough information to be successful. So, which I thought was weird. And one day I talked to one of the doctors and I was like, okay, so how much money do you have? And he was like, well, not much. That's why I'm in the program, what have you. Getting out my card because I got to go through the security gate. So I was like, all right, let me ask you, can you put together $50,000? So he says no. So during that time, I'm like, all right, let me restate the question. Do you have any kids? And he said, yeah. So I was like, all right. So let's say I grab one of your kids, I smash their finger and let you hear them fucking cry over the phone, and then I tell you, bring me 50 grand to the bank tomorrow, or I'm gonna fucking kill him. And if you think I'm playing, try me. And I hang the phone up. And then I said, do you have $50,000? He's like, no, but I can get it. So I kind of put some rationale behind that today, talking to one of my guys, and he said that was something that stood out to him. And in essence, the person who's not willing to step up and get that $50,000, the person that's really holding their kids hostage and ransom, kidnap, is them. It's not someone else. At that moment, that person hasn't decided to step up to the plate and do anything necessary to free anybody at a magnitude if it was their kids. They decided prior to them being held at gunpoint, hearing them scream over the phone, that before that person, even though they have them already, is not worthy to step up to the plate, put together $50,000 to have their kid released. Because if you're not performing the way you need to perform at in your business, in your life, and all these other things, not putting forth the effort to get what's necessary to get let off of the hook, to be not kidnapped anymore, to be let free, is the same thing. You're doing the same thing by not putting forth that amount of effort that before that person wouldn't have access to the money, to finding out that a loved one is being held hostage, to all of a sudden going out and doing whatever it takes to get it. That's typically how people run their lives. Typically, this doctor eventually bought a property after working with me. He bought a commercial project. It did very well for him. Yet, our initial conversation was, I don't have it. That's why I'm in the program, and I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do this. But then when I started putting things into this must mind frame perspective, like, you're the only one that's holding your kids and family hostage and for ransom based on the things that you're not willing to do for them in exchange. So in essence, yeah, tomorrow they'll die because you didn't pick up the phone and make 50 phone calls to people who can give you $1,000 or whatever. And that's kind of the process of a lot of people's mindset. And they are, in essence, holding their families hostage because they're not willing to do the inevitable. And in turn, they're watching their family die day by day by day by day. They're just calling it something else. So I wanted to kind of elaborate on that. That may or may not make sense to you. It may be too much. But if it's too much, fucking get over it. It needs to be that much for some people to just begin to take action. And if you're that person, 9 times out of 10, call me. Because I can help you. I can help you get over that shit. I can help you put forth the effort necessary to make changes, not from an external standpoint, to make changes in an internal standpoint, towards you finally begin to get the ransom so your family and your kids are finally set free. Big words from Big Man. What's up? Coach Vic, Champion Development Academy creator and also creator of Unstoppable Training Camp. Check us out online, warhorsestrength.com. Hit me up if you need me. Latest.